Hey guys, we are going to be doing a lesson with learning how to work with line plots. A line plot is a type of graph. I'm going to share this Nearpod with you and you're going to complete it. And throughout the lesson, I'm going to show you how to put your own answers in and things like that. All right, guys. So we are going to do a quick review. So we have different ways to represent data. Here's a bar graph, which we're very familiar with, where we have the days of the week, how many students were absent. So notice how we use the title and we use the labels on the axes here to help us understand what this information means, because right now it just looks like a bunch of colorful boxes. But if we notice at the bottom is days of the week, so I can say on Monday, how many students were absent? 3 students were absent, okay? On Thursday, how many students were absent? 6 students were absent. So we can also use a picture graph. Now, these are a little bit more similar to what we're going to be working with today with the line plot. You have to remember that each of these cupcakes represents 100 cupcakes. So in September, they didn't just sell 4 cupcakes. They actually sold 4 times 100, which would be 400 cupcakes. In which month did they sell 200 cupcakes? You got it. They did that in October. And how many cupcakes did they sell in November? 600 cupcakes. Good. We have 6 cupcake symbols, and we know that each cupcake symbol equals 100. 6 times 100 is 600. Great job, guys. All right, so a bar graph is a graph that uses bars to show data. A pictograph uses pictures or symbols to represent different numbers of the same item. The key tells how many each symbol stands for. So let's review. We know we can represent data different ways. There are also many different parts to graphs. The title tells you what the entire thing is about. The data is inside this graph right here. And the labels help you figure out what this data means. So for example, we have our days of the week down here, number of students here. All right, guys. When we make a line plot, we have to start with gathering data. So if I wanted to make a line plot to show the shoe sizes of the kids in my class, we measured our shoes and recorded the results in the table. So you can see that there are different shoe sizes here. We have 8 inches, 8.5 inches, 9 inches, 9.5 inches, and 10 inches. And in this column, we have the number of students represented by tally marks. So how many students had 8-inch shoe sizes? 4. Good job. Which shoe size had the least amount of students with that shoe size? If you said 9.5 inches, you're correct. All right, guys, I don't want you to get confused because this is where some people do. You have to make sure you understand that these are the shoe sizes and these are the number of students, because when we start putting the data in the line plot, it might get a little confusing. All right, so when we draw a line plot, we need a number line. And you can see here that we're going in increments of 1/2. We're starting with the smallest number in the data set. So if we look at our shoe sizes, the smallest shoe size is 8, and the largest shoe size is 10. So we're going to go 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10. All right. Notice we're not using the tallies yet. We're just using the shoe sizes. Then we're going to place an X above the horizontal line every time the data occurs. So in this case, if we have how many students? Let's count the tallies. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 1 X here, so I'm going to need to use the pen. And I need to add 1. Now, if I were to continue, I go to 8.5 inches, gets how many tally marks? 2. So how many X's do I need? 2. So 1, 2. All right, good job. So we're going to continue doing that for the rest of the data. All right, so now it's your turn. So what you're going to do is you're going to click this, and you are going to use the buttons over here to the pen and add your tally marks, okay? Once you've drawn it, you're going to close it up. All right, and now we have another one you need to click. It says, Bud measured 10 pencils with a ruler. He recorded the lengths as shown. Draw a circle around the line plot which correctly represents the data collected. So you're going to have to figure out, well, 4 had how many? 1. 4.5 has 1, 2. So there should be 2 X's over 4.5. So you're going to have to look at the data at the top and figure out which of these, either A, B, or C, has the correct amount. All right, here's another one. So you're going to circle create a line plot representing the lengths of the orange line segments. So first you're going to measure. So this first one we'll do together. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we didn't get all the way to 5. We're halfway between the 4 and the 5. So this is 4 and 1/2. Ooh, that got ginormous. This one over here stops at the 3. So I'm going to make that a 3. Over here, we stop at the 5. So that's a 5. So I know that when I'm plotting these, 4.5 goes right here. 5 gets one right here. 3 gets an X right here. Okay, so you're going to do that for the last 3 and add the X over here. Oh, gotta go back to my cursor, sorry, my pointer. All right, so we're going to close that out. Here we have another one. It says, some students confuse the data when answering questions. I want you to circle the greatest number of candy bars. Now make sure you are looking at the labels of the side axis and the bottom axis to figure out which one represents candy bars. And then I want you to highlight the greatest number of students. Make sure you're looking in the right spot for number of students. Then you're going to write in the answer. The greatest number of candy bars eaten was, and most students ate how many candy bars? Hint, hint, it's the one that has the most students. Hi, boys and girls. We're going to be talking about line plots this week, as you could see in the Nearpod. I just want to do one more example with you to make sure that you understand. So I asked a question to my class, and you guys answered. Just kidding. I totally had to make this up, and I miss you guys. I'm sorry. So I came up with the question, how many slices of pizza can you eat? And these are the answers from my class. So thanks, guys, for answering those imaginary emails. So as you can see, I have multiple responses. Some kids could eat 1, some could eat 1.5, some could eat 2, 2.5, or 3 even. So I'm going to show you what to do with this data, okay? Now, if you've noticed already, I put it in order from least to greatest. So I started with 1. I grouped all the 1s together. I then did 1.5, grouped all those together, 2, 2.5, and 3. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these numbers and I'm going to add them to the chart below. Okay, guys, so I just added the numbers of slices of pizza, okay? I started with 1 slice because that was the smallest amount that people said that they would eat, all the way through 3 slices, because that's there we go. Working in reverse here, guys. The larger amount of slices. So now that I have that, I'm going to fill in the number of kids that eat those slices. All right, guys. Okay, so as you can see in my table, 2 kids ate 1 slice. 3 kids ate 1.5 slices each. 2 slices were eaten by 4 kids each. 4 kids ate 2.5 slices, and 1 kid ate 3 slices. He was really hungry. Might have been Mrs. Carney. Okay, so now I'm going to take this data and put it on my line plot. Okay, so if you're looking here, how many kids ate 1 slice? Look in my table, not this one, sorry, I'm on reverse. Yep, you guessed it, 2 kids ate 1 slice, so I'm going to put 2 X's above the 1. Okay, guys, we're back. How many kids ate 1.5 slices? Look over here. Sorry. 3. So I'm going to put 3 X's above 1.5 slices. I got the wrong side, wrong page. 1, 2, 3. So now my line plot shows that 3 students ate 1.5 slices. And now I'm just going to continue through. So it says here 2 slices. 4 kids ate 2 slices each. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to put 4 X's on my line plot. 2.5 slices. Who could eat 2.5 slices? All right, we have 4 kids. So I'm going to do another 4 X's. And my last one is the 3 over here. And only 1 kid ate 3 slices. So if I look at my data, I can very quickly, I can very quickly see who ate. So if I look at my data, I can see from the title, how many pizza slices can you eat? The number of pizza slices along the bottom, and the X represents data from a student. So 1 student could eat 3 slices. 4 students could eat 2.5 slices each. 4 students could eat 2 slices each. 3 students could eat 1.5 slices, and 2 students could eat 1 whole slice. All right, so if I were to ask you what was the most amount of pizza slices any student could eat, you should be able to tell me that it's 3. 3 is the largest number of pizza slices on my line. However, if I asked you how many students ate 2 slices, you should be able to say 1, 2, 3, 4. If I said to you, how many students ate at least 2 slices? This is where we get tricky now. You're going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, because I said at least 2, the 2.5 and the 3 also count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 kids ate at least 2 slices. That was the bare minimum. So we can use these line plots to figure out all sorts of information. I hope this helped. If you have any further questions about line plots, I've also attached a video from Math Antics to help you. And please feel free to reach out through email or phone if you need any further assistance. All right, guys, I know you're going to rock this lesson. See you next time.